What's going on, guys? I'm Simple Simon and I am back from my retirement. It was short-lived, I know, but my laptop finally got fixed, so I'm super stoked about that. So I am back. Before I start today's video though, I just want to remind you guys, if you haven't entered my 500 subscriber giveaway yet, it's not too late. Entries close on December 4th or December 5th, I guess, for my Australian friends. I've got comic books, pop vinyls, a t-shirt, art prints, and a freaking statue that you can win. So I'll leave a link to that video at the end, so check that out. And like I said, you've still got time to enter. You do have to watch videos to win, but if you only want to enter one thing, then just enter one thing. If you want to enter all 5 categories, then you gotta watch 5 videos. But yeah, just want to remind people that that is still going. I've got quite a few entries, but I'd love to see some more. Anyway, today's video is a video tag. I was tagged by Captain Saro, who is new to the YouTube comic book community. She's a noob-tuber. A noob-tuber. She tagged me for this favorite character tag. And if you haven't subscribed to Captain Saro, please do. Like I said, she's new to the community and she's decided she wants to make YouTube videos. So I will leave a link to her channel in the description below, and I'm also going to leave a link to Matilda Gothica's channel because she was the first person I saw do this favorite character tag. I'm going to give this a crack. Let's do this. We'll start straight from the top. Let's get right into it. First one, character that you love fiercely. No surprise, it's got to be Red Hood. Boom. Red Hood. Those who know me know that Red Hood is my favorite comic book character. Jason Todd, when he was Robin, was so hated that people decided they wanted to pick up a phone and go to the effort to calling up the hotline to say, I want him dead. And they killed him off. That's how much he was hated as Robin. And then, what, 2 decades later, he comes back and he is one of the more popular characters in the Bat family. Second one, character that is heavily flawed but you cannot help but love. Alright, so this one's an interesting one. I went with one of my favorite characters of all time in anything, right? I don't watch a lot of anime, but one of my favorite animes of all time, it was a show called School Rumble. You probably haven't heard of it. So the character that is heavily flawed but I cannot help but love is Kenji Harima. The show School Rumble was basically about Kenji Harima, who liked this girl, and the girl liked some other boy. It's pretty much what it's about. But it was just absolutely hilarious. I just loved it so much. And Harima, as he's known on the show, was one of the funniest characters that's ever been made. He's basically the school tough kid. He's the tough guy. He's a lot older than all the other kids because he keeps repeating every year because he keeps failing in school. And he's like a bad boy, but he kind of wants to change his ways because he falls in love with this girl who's like a nerd and a real ditzy sort of nerd. Why is he flawed? Because he basically goes to all this effort to try to make her know that he likes her, but he just constantly fails and he's pretty much an idiot. Kind of reminds me of me. So yeah, Kenji Harima is one of my favorite characters of all time. He basically wants to change his ways because of love.
I got it. I'll just be honest and tell her how I feel.
Okay, next one. A character that made you laugh out loud. So I used to be a massive South Park fan. I haven't watched it in so long, but one of my favorite characters, or probably my favorite character on the show, is Randy Marsh, who's Stan's dad. He's just so funny. He's just the biggest dork possible, which just has so many great moments in that show. So yeah, Randy Marsh has got to be my character that's made me laugh out loud on so many occasions. Next one, child character that you like. Took me a little while to think about this one. I thought of a couple of characters and I was like, oh, they're a little bit more like teenagers. So I stuck with South Park and I chose Kenny McCormick. That's a weird one, right? Everyone used to love Cartman and stuff like that, but Kenny was like my favorite character because he was the character that got killed every episode, but also you could never understand what he was saying. Yet you knew that whatever he was saying was dirty. He was my favorite character. He made me laugh a lot, even though you never really knew what he was saying. Next one, animal character that you love. Now this one took me a long time to figure out. I was going to do this video yesterday, but I just could not think of an animal character. I'm sure there's an animal character that I like from surely like cartoon series that I've watched, but I have the worst memory in the world. Like, you can say you've got worse memory, but I'll put money down that I have worse memory than you. guaranteed. I kept thinking, what about this character? What about this character? But finally settled on one. I have this weird obsession with Alice in Wonderland. And I also have a weird obsession with cats. I love cats. So I went with the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. I've got the pop vinyl. I've even got like a original art painting on canvas from an artist of the Cheshire Cat. I just love the look of that character. So yeah, I went with the Cheshire Cat. I'm glad I was able to choose a cat character for my favorite animal character. All right, next one. Strong woman character that you like. Well, so many to choose from. I went with Harley Quinn. She's not necessarily my favorite female character, but I do like her a lot. Why is she strong? Because she was in an abusive relationship, guys, and she got out of it. She found the strength to get out of it, and get out of that relationship and get out on her own. So I'm a big Harley fan. She had to be my pick for my strong female character, Harley Quinn. Mwah. Okay, brave character that you admire. Now this was a tough one too, because I mean, I'm into comic books and stuff, so what characters aren't brave, right? So I had to think a little bit about this one, think outside the box. Like I said before, I'm not a huge anime fan, not that I don't like it, I just don't watch a lot of it. The only more modern anime that I do watch, My Hero Academia, and I decided to choose my favorite brave character is Deku. He's pretty much the main character in the show. The reason I chose him for being brave is because if you haven't watched the show, it's basically about a world where everyone's born with some kind of power, except for a very small percentage of people. And Deku as a kid idolized heroes and couldn't wait to grow up, find out what his power was so he can become a hero. And then basically they take him to do his test at the doctor, and the doctor tells him that he's one of the small percentage that doesn't have a power, and he's absolutely heartbroken. Despite not having powers, he still enrolls in the superhero school with no powers, and spoiler alert, he ends up getting a power. Yeah, I feel like he's that character. He's always unsure of himself. He's not a confident kid, but when the shit hits the fan and he needs to step up to the plate, he always shows his bravery. So I ended up choosing Deku for my brave character. Now, for a lot of you guys who read comic books who don't watch anime, if you're only going to watch one anime, My Hero Academia has to be that one. It is just such a great show. Next one was characters that scare the hell out of you. This one, again, was a hard one. In fact, it was the last one I could actually think of. At first, I was thinking the Joker. Oh, he's scary. But I was like, that's not really a fun answer. So I dug deep and I came up with Freddy Krueger. So I loved the Nightmare on Elm Street movies when I was younger. But the reason I chose Freddy as the character that scares the hell out of me is because I remember as a kid having a nightmare about Freddy. And I've had very few nightmares in my entire life. Not many nightmares at all. Yeah, I specifically still remember the Freddy Krueger nightmare I had. I'm pretty sure I kicked him in the nuts, but anyway, that might not be true. So Freddy Krueger is a character that scares the hell out of me. I still have memories of that having that nightmare. Next one, a really mean character. It's funny, I don't watch a lot of anime, but I got another anime character for you here. Another character from My Hero Academia, and that's going to be Bakugo. Now, I really didn't like Bakugo in the beginning of the series, like in the first season, because he's basically like the bully. He bullies Deku, and he's just a really mean-spirited, angry kid. You kind of end up, well, I did anyway, I ended up learning to like him because he does show his hero qualities as the show progresses. Even though he's just sort of so unlikable in some ways because of his anger and things, you kind of find out that that's just the way he is, and you kind of it ends up being like the funny part of him. Like he loses his temper so quickly. So I thought I'd go with Bakugo as my mean character. Now the last one was a character that you really hated, that you really hate, sorry, and I decided to flake on this one. I cannot think of a character that I really hate. In fact, I think Matilda Gothica in her video, I'm pretty sure she didn't pick a character she hated too. She couldn't think of one. I can't say there's a character that I can think of that I really hate. So I'm just going to pull a pass on that final one. And that is my favorite character tag. I don't like tagging people for these things just because I feel like it puts a lot of pressure on, but I will this time around. And if these people watch this, please don't feel pressured to do this. I just thought I may as well throw that tag out and see if I can keep this going. I'll tag 3 people. I'll go with Super Russ 9000. I know he's always looking for content to make on his channel, so Super Russ, if you see this, have a crack. But like I said, I won't get butthurt if you do not. I'll go with the Queen of Netherlands, Sanimation 05. She hasn't been making many videos, so if you feel like you need some content, Sanimation, I challenge you to do this character tag. And a third one, I'm just gonna go with, he's not gonna do it, but I'll go with the Grey Man. It's not like he doesn't have enough videos to make already, but Grey Man, if you need a a 9th video to upload for the day. Favorite character tag. Let's see it. Now before I go as well, I have taken like nearly 2 weeks off from YouTube, but I have got a bunch of videos sitting there waiting to come out. So I'll just let you guys know, I've got another collab with OG Space Buns where we're going to be learning Chinese. Woo! Bringing some culture to my channel. So that's coming. Obviously more stuff at Big City Comics. I've got an episode where we're going to be talking about indie comics. I've also got another video where I got an AOK from Think Geek Theory. Please check his channel out too if you haven't subbed to Think Geek Theory. And I'm going to have plenty more content to come. But yeah, I've already got some of that stuff made. I just want to throw this one out just so I can remind people about my giveaway video as well. I will leave a link to my giveaway at the end of this video. And thank you, Captain Saro, for the tag. Make sure you check out all the channels that I've got in the links below or that I mentioned in this video. And thank you for watching, and until next time, keep it simple.